Hey folks, Troy Dooley with MLM Help Desk and the Network Marketing Advocates, and I'm excited about this. I've been investigating, really, I guess, digging in a way I've not done in a lot of companies or a lot of people, with two organizations and a bunch of individuals. Orrin Woodward being number one. Orrin Woodward, Chris Brady, their PC Counsel. They launched a brand new company on 11/11/11 called L.I.F.E. Living Intentionally for Excellence. That's what that stands for. And it was really, I don't know, at least from what I can track back, it's almost like a 5 or 6 year passion. I believe it was a lifelong mission that they had. But there's been a lot of controversy surrounding some of this, and it goes back to the fact that Orrin Woodward and Chris Brady were one of the largest organizations in Amway. Some rumors, some estimates say they had up to 60 to 100,000 people in the Amway Quick Start organization. And somewhere in the mid first decade, 2005, 2006, they started saying, you know, with the tools being a mainstay, with tools really helping people succeed in business, sales tools, personal development tools, going to the next big event. I think we've all heard this. It's been around network marketing. They went to Amway corporate, laid out a strategy, said, here's what we would like to do. We would like to launch a company side by side with our Amway business. Long story short, they had a meeting. The meeting didn't go as planned. They were there with their CEO, Robert Dickey, their attorney, Kevin Thompson, all of their staff members that were executives of T.E.A.M. And basically Amway said, well, we're not going to do this, and you're going to get terminated. The other side, Orrin's side, said, no, we resign. So, I mean, it doesn't matter. This is when I started really watching what was going on, because a lot of people don't realize when you're in Amway, there's like Amway, and then there's the rest of network marketing. So what happens in Amway usually stays in Amway. The general populace in network marketing didn't know who Orrin Woodward was, don't really know who Dexter Yeager is, didn't know who Brig Hart, you know, any of these great guys, until they left Amway and actually got out here in the real world. That's kind of what happened with Orrin. He gets out here, he's in the middle of a major lawsuit, but during this lawsuit, a lot of stuff transpired, a lot of stuff took place. And I started watching. You know, Kevin Thompson, his attorney, went on to become in general practice, has his own firm. He's a great network marketing attorney, one of my attorneys. He has been gracious to share with me public information. I got to know Orrin Woodward, got to know Chris Brady, got to know the PC Counsel, got to know people that are no longer with T.E.A.M, that weren't part of the L.I.F.E when it launched, but were part of the creators back in the old days. Got to really dig deep into some very hurt feelings of people that left T.E.A.M, that had their dreams dashed, if you would, felt like it was all a hoax. I see that a lot in network marketing. But I started digging in, and last January, January 2012, I had the opportunity to go visit a major leadership event held by Orrin Woodward, by the T.E.A.M organization. And I'm not sure if it's accurate to say I'm the first outside reporter that's ever got to do this, but I can say that I had free reign the whole time. I went inside of a PC roundtable meeting that was held only for those in the upper levels, those that have two legs of 100 and a leg of 50. Okay, so what is that? 250. There was 90 of those people. I broke that down to like 45 couples. They represented almost 12,000 people. The next 2 days actually, I'm at the big Columbus, Ohio Convention Center, where upwards of 10 to 11,000 people came. Not that 100,000 or that 60,000 that some articles say there was, but 10 to 11,000 people. If I add in California, maybe it was 12 or 13,000 people who showed up saying, I want to be somebody. I want my life to change. I want to make something happen. I'm sick and tired of where I'm at. I got to interview a variety of people at the very top to the very bottom. I got to go back through all of my notes and look at everything that I'd found, everything that I'd seen that had been written. And I was able to weigh out a little bit. I'll tell you what I think's happened. I think some people had gotten to T.E.A.M that probably don't have a faith-based background. They didn't realize how spiritual this organization is. Orrin is a born-again Christian, so is Chris, so is the majority of the leadership, I think. They are very passionate. They're accepting of everybody. There's gay and lesbians that are in T.E.A.M. There are atheists that are in T.E.A.M. There's people that don't believe, anything. There's some humanists that are there. I mean, they've got a mixture. But sometimes people get frustrated with that. If you're an atheist, hanging out with a bunch of Christians would be freaky. Just like as a Christian, if I was hanging out with a bunch of atheists, it could be freaky. So I understood that. Some people, it looks like never really grew. It was almost like I see in government. It was an expectation, a handout mentality, if you will. I'm entitled to this type mentality. At the other side of the scale, I've actually seen some hurt people that left that organization distraught, relationships ripped apart. But I think that happens in every organization. That happens in relationships with the real world, with 50% of people ending in divorce. Wouldn't it make sense that probably 50% of business relationships end in divorce too? There's not really a difference. Relationships are relationships. But what I saw at that event caused me to realize the American dream is still alive. See, I believe if one organization can go through a multi-year lawsuit with the largest network marketing company in the world, can spend upwards to $10 million in legal fees. Rumors state that when the final settlement came down, and it's public record that Orrin and T.E.A.M lost their lawsuit, that the settlement, which has been closed, and I don't know all the figures, is somewhere between $15 and $50 million. Only an organization who is fighting on principle would go do that. But yet I've seen very little reported on the fact that some of these people went bankrupt because they put all their heart and soul into fighting what they believed in, into going for freedom, the American dream. Matter of fact, it's the American way. That's what Amway started out as, and they felt like it had gone a different direction. I'm not here to debate what Amway's done. They've been a phenomenal company in the history of network marketing. But when I see what these guys have done now, when I see men like Dallin Larson, somebody that is a controversial figure all in himself, but somebody that I've grown to know and respect, the owner of a network marketing company that's had over $1 billion in collective sales, say to one of their #1 distributors, we support you in going out here and launching this company. Now, Dallin's been supporting Orrin from day one. Orrin went to him early on and said, look, I've got this lawsuit. I don't want to cause any trouble to you, but I want to make this happen, and I'd like to know if you could help me out and help me with a personal loan, sort of. I'd like to put money in escrow to pay for legal fees. I don't want any of it for myself. I promised my people I'd help them, and I kind of led them down this path, and by golly, I got to protect them. I respect that. I think that's some powerful stuff. Now, this is stuff I've pieced together. I've kind of weaving in and out. I'm not saying anybody's perfect in this, but I'm going to put up over here on the blog some videos and some pictures that I took. And I don't care who you are. I don't care when you're doing something and you can spawn off leaders like T.E.A.M has spawned off. When you can create an organization like L.I.F E who's selling products and services less than other gigantic people like Tony Robbins or even John Maxwell, and people get paid to help other people grow personally, I think that's pretty kick butt. I like it. Folks, go check out this blog, see what we've put up here. Check out what L.I.F.'s about. It's very unique. Matter of fact, I challenge some network marketing companies. These products may help you guys lower your attrition rate. It's interesting. Live life like it's an epic adventure, and remember, you are network marketing. Act like it.